Care for tea. Alright, I mean, this is probably not going to work because it's about the size of my table here. I could put it on my lap. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be talking about hair, skin, and stuff from Sephora that is not makeup related that I suggest for or recommend for the Sephora sale, which is coming up soon. So today is Friday. I will probably air this the day before it starts. And let's get started. I don't have everything. So everything that I'm going to talk about I have used. If you are new here, I use a lot of Korean, Japanese skincare, and I used to get some of it at Sephora. But I noticed after Glow Recipe, they started cutting out the other brands, and so I'm doing my online thing for a lot of my skincare. But I do still use many things from Sephora. So I have pulled back so I can put this tray on my lap, but it's bigger than my lap, so I have my leg crossed so it's like a TV tray. And yeah, let's start with washing the face. So for washing the face, my very favorite thing is Tatcha. The Tatcha oil is an oil that cleans. It does not leave a greasy residue. I've seen people say it does. I would suggest rinsing your face a lot when you are washing your face. 3 rinses isn't going to do it. Just same thing with your shampoo. I find shampoo residue in your hair, it's not going to look as good or style as well. Spend more time than you think you need rinsing out your shampoo and rinsing off your face after you wash it. I don't find that this leaves anything, and it's also doesn't feel drying. So some oils that I have tried, they seem to put detergents in them, so the oils, which are supposed to be gentle, almost feel like they're stripping. It's the strangest thing. This one does not. Now, sometimes you need a little bit more. For instance, I've gotten into the habit of massaging my face with oil in the morning. And honestly, can I tell you something? I like this. This is my favorite thing to massage my face with because it has more slip than other oils. Where other oils start to dry up as you're massaging, they lose their slip and you start tugging, and that doesn't. So wash your face with it, massage with it, do anything you want with it. I love it. I've been using it for years, and it's one of the most consistent things in my daily program. But sometimes you need something different. I don't use this often, but when I feel like I still have something on my face, be it an oil is on my face, my suntan lotion was really strong, then I might do the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. It lasts me for a long, long time because I don't use it so often, but I do like it. I don't find it to be stripping. If you use occasionally, I can't attest to what it's like if you use it every day. I am not someone who does a lot of exfoliation. My skin can be sensitive, and I'm using Retinol now, so I'm super sensitive about it. But if I do, there's 2 things that I like to do. One thing I do more often, they don't sell this at Sephora anymore, but Eve L'Homme sells these muslin cloths that are just perfect. And all you need is a wipe with that and your cleanser, and you get a beautiful mechanical exfoliation. It's not dangerous or damaging to your skin at all. As far as chemicals go, I love the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Daily Peels. I don't use these on a daily basis. I will go weeks actually without using them. Once in a while I'll go through a stage where I'm using it 2 or 3 times a week, and then other times I can go honestly 2 months without using it. Right now I'm not using it as much because of the Retinol. I used it a couple of weeks ago and I'm like, okay, now I need to rein it in a little bit. So I would not recommend actually using a vitamin C after you use something like the Dr. Dennis Gross. I would do that at night, but I do recommend vitamin C every single day during the day in L-ascorbic acid form. And the one that I started with is Drunk Elephant, C. Firma. I don't use that anymore, but it is a beautiful vitamin C. The consistency is a little bit weird. You'll get used to it. And I found when I first started using vitamin C, because I was sensitive, I would use it at night, and I would use that one. I'd use it twice a week. And I was trying to get Retinol into my program as well, so I do C, nothing, Retinol, nothing, and slowly build up my C, so it would be C, retinol, nothing. C, retinol, nothing. And then I took out the nothing. And then eventually, after about 2 or 3 months, I graduated to using it every day in the morning and love it. So I would highly recommend that from Sephora. After my vitamin C, I put on a lot of essences, and almost none of them are available at Sephora. But the one that I really, really love, but I don't own, instead I got the Neogen. I have a video on essences, and I'll tell you that whole story and what the beneficials are, but the Estee Lauder Micro Essence is beautiful. It feels beautiful on your skin. It's $100, which I think is crazy. You can get this kind of stuff elsewhere, but if you want to splurge, if you want to treat yourself, and if you want to get it on sale, this is the place to do it. The Estee Lauder Micro Essence. So after my essences, I go in with a hyaluronic acid. And I don't think that there is one at Sephora. The good thing and the bad thing about Sephora is they have so many products that it's really hard to find things that you want specifically. They don't have a search by ingredient, I don't think, where I could say essence hyaluronic. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could do a search for hyaluronic, but you get a whole bunch of other things, and then you're going for pages and pages and pages. So that I do with Hada Labo. And then I go in with a light lotion. Light lotions I have used in the past are from MUFE. There's Creamy Moisture Deep Moist. This is a little thicker. I prefer to start my layering with thinner first. So I like the Milky Moisturizer Hydro Balancing. This is lovely. And then I finish up with something a little bit heavier, not terribly heavy. And in the past, I've got a whole bunch of things that we can bring up here. In the past, I have used the Caudalie. This is the Resveratrol Lift. It looks different now, and they've renamed it now. I have the day cream and the night cream. I don't know if they've changed the formula, but it's very, very, very emollient, but it's not heavy. So when I do use this, I use it still, but only when I'm feeling particularly dry, and I'll just do a little bit, and smooth it out. I don't go crazy with this because it is super, super emollient, but it's beautiful. And it's about $80-something, so may as well get both of these on sale. Still love them, but they're not part of my everyday, and I still do come to them when I need them. The Kate Somerville Delicate Recovery Cream is thick. It's super thick. I've been wearing this actually more at night just to finish everything off, but if you need something thick and moisturizing, this is a good way to go for your last step. I've noticed there's been in the last couple of years a lot of things that are thick, but they're not moisturizing. It's the weirdest thing. This is both, but it's not as moisturizing, to tell you the truth, as the Resveratrol Lift, the day cream. The night cream is a totally different formula. It's kind of a gelatinous. It's so wild, and yeah, like a jello, and then you put it on your skin and it like liquefies. It's insane. And also Tatcha has a couple of things. The Dewy Skin, this one in the darker purple is really lovely. Again, it's more moisturizing, more heavy, not as heavy as the Kate Somerville though. And if you want something even lighter still, the one that comes in the pale blue, almost turquoise, which I thought I kept my little thing because oftentimes I'll keep them to remind myself that I like it, so I can, you know, buy another size. I'm not sure that I will personally be buying either of them because you have so many opportunities to get them like this, and I already have my program, but both of them are really, really lovely. So that's 3 heavier moisturizers to finish everything up with. But I do have a couple of honorable mentions because I forgot. Paula's Choice is now at Sephora. Now I don't think everything that Paula's Choice does is at Sephora, but I don't know. This is the Omega Complex Moisturizer. It's a little bit thicker as well. I will sometimes use this at night. So that's the texture. And I would say weight-wise, it's probably about the same as the Tatcha in the purple. And It's very similar to the Lala cream, actually, from Drunk Elephant. So if you like that, but you don't want to spend quite as much money, this is a very nice formulation. Another thing from Paula's Choice is this one, which is the Water Infusing Electrolyte Moisturizer. There's a lot of things going on with electrolytes right now. I don't really get it. They're good to drink, but I'm not sure about the benefits adding to your face. I don't use this so much. The texture is kind of odd, and I don't use it so much because I don't know where to put it in my program. It's creamy, like yay, and then as you move it, it kind of liquefies. So weight-wise, after you do that, it's probably lighter than my lotion moisturizer. So I do a lotion moisturizer, which is really light, and then I do something a little heavier. And it does actually have a funky kind of smell that it smells like electrolytes. Speaking of which, you guys, I forgot something. The Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. This is so interesting. I thought it was biphase, but maybe I shook it up recently. But always give it a shake. It's so weird because it's a lotion, right? It's liquidy. But it has a heft to it. It's not like a essence where it's just sinking into the skin. This will lay on top of the skin, and if I'm, as I said before, I like to layer, you know, thinner to thickest, and instead of putting on something heavy, I'd rather, if I'm feeling really dry, just layer more things. And this is one of those things that I put into my program when it's like, ouchie mama, me have some issues, and just, yes. Then in the skin world, I think the final thing I would recommend is this. I have to say, you can see, I've had this for a couple of years. It's usually a brighter yellow, and there's some very good, this is a very nice blend. I don't use oils that much, you can tell. And what I've started doing actually is doing facial massage, and I've been using up the oils that have been sitting around, and they're, you know, that far away from becoming rancid. Maybe I should do something with these because I paid $80 for them, and I'll use them to massage with. And I think this is a great oil. I haven't done that, but I may, when I'm almost done with the oil I'm using right now, I may start doing that with this one. But if you do use oils on a regular basis, you do it for finishing or something, that's a beautiful oil. And I forgot this one thing, the Smashbox Primer Water. There is something so beautiful about this, but this is the best sprayer I have ever encountered in my life. So this is not primer water anymore. You can see a little rose in here. I put some rose water in here. But check out this mist. I don't know if you can look at that. Oh yeah. I mean, I have my little fan on turned really low so you can't hear it. Beautiful. It's better than the dewy skin mist from Tatcha, because I find that that mist, I should try it with something watery like glycerin water, but I think that the formula itself is too heavy for that sprayer. So when I spray it, I have to move into it, or I spray it above me and go like this to get it on my face because it falls. So it goes whoop whoop. Where this, whew, love this sprayer, and I love the primer water. Beautiful. Get it. Recommend it. So you guys, I was just putting everything away, and I realized I didn't talk about this, did I? This is the Drunk Elephant A Passione. This is a retinol, and this is the first retinol I ever found that I actually liked, that made sense to me, because I've tried things that are, for instance, The Ordinary had things in oils, and to me, an oil is your last thing. It's not your first thing. If you put an oil on first, your other stuff won't have the ability to penetrate, right? So I've tried the oils. I've tried 2 or 3 Paula's Choice. I've tried First Aid Beauty. I've tried Adapalene. I've tried many retinols before I found this one, and there's something in here that does do a gentle exfoliation, because I did get that shiny forehead look after just a couple of days of using this. They've changed the packaging recently. I don't really love this packaging. I prefer the old one, but it doesn't matter because I don't have the choice to get it in the old packaging. But if you are working into retinol and you haven't worked up to Retin A yet, or if you're, you know, in your 30s or 40s and you don't feel quite ready for Retin A, this is really a lovely, lovely product. My favorite until I found the Osmosis product, which you can't get at Sephora. And I still think I like this one better than that one, honestly. And okay, now we'll continue on. So that is the face stuff that I would recommend from Sephora. Okay, let's move on to hair, you guys. For shampoo, I can't recommend anything really. I'm using the Briogeo, the oatmeal one, but I don't know if it's that great. I have to use a lot. Oh, my leg is numb. I have to use a lot of it to get. I'm just adjusting the tray on my lap to get a foam going. Yeah, right now, But I have learned when I was on Sephora going through things that they carry Pureology now, which is a very nice line. Pureology used to make a clarifying shampoo that I loved. It smelled like eucalyptus. And I think I've mentioned before, but if you're new here, hi, I hate washing my hair because it just takes forever. And so sometimes my hair gets a little icky and I use a clarifying shampoo from Pureology and it's fantastic. So they're no longer doing a clarifying shampoo as far as I can say. I can't speak for the other things that Pureology makes, but I do think it's a line you might want to look into. There's no phthalates, no SLS, no icky stuff in their formulations. So it's a really solid brand if you're looking for a new shampoo. And for many of them, they sell the small sizes. So for conditioners, I have a lot of conditioners, you know, I got the one that came with the Briogeo, didn't come with it, but you know, the partner to that. I have another that is very, very hard to find that I get from my hairstylist, and then I couldn't find it, and then I happened to find it on Amazon, but yeah, you know, I'll link that below if you're interested. But Living Proof Restore Repair Mask. I saw the lovely, generous, talented, just quintessential woman, Lisa Eldridge, do a video talking about some of her favorites. And I was thinking, before she started talking about her hair, I was thinking, oh my God, her hair looks so pretty. One, it looks like she had a haircut, and I was dying for one. And, you know, with the lockdowns, haircuts were hard at the time. And then she said she was wearing this. She had used this, and this has become a favorite. And I went out and got it the same day, and I do really like this quite a bit. I don't use it every time I shampoo, but I use it often. And this is probably the third container I've got this. Another thing my hairstylist turned me on to, it's now at Sephora, is Color Wow. Oh, there's another Color Wow product. If you have grays and you also hate to redo all the time, so I have grays. Not right now, because I recently did my roots a couple of weeks ago. But there's the Color Wow powder that is genius. I've seen people say, oh, you can just use eyeshadow. Yeah, don't use eyeshadow up there. First of all, the Color Wow powder has a little bit of sheen to it, because guess what? Your hair has sheen to it. Your hair is not flat. Even if your hair isn't shiny, it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's intended to be. Damage from chlorine or hairspray or whatever you put in there. Color, whatever, it's not as shiny, but it's supposed to be. So using a flat eyeshadow in your hair is going to look obvious, and it may not stay. With the Color Wow powders, you can put that in and it will stay there until you wash it out, 100% guaranteed. I've had mine for like 2 years. I'm nowhere near hitting pan. And what I do is it just extends how long you can go between doing your roots. So I have right in the middle, I have this very dense area of gray. It's the strangest thing. And, but you know, there's a little bit of gray all over in my crown area. And I just do my part and work it in the part. And that's it. It takes 3 minutes and it stays until I wash it, and it's worth it. But he showed me these products. So this is the Dream Cocktail for Dry, Hay-like hair. Thanks, Koji. Wait, what? Okay, it's great. You put this in after you shampoo. It is leave-in, and then he turned me on to the Dream Coat. I have big hair. If you go to my channel and you hit videos, you'll see all the thumbnails. Scroll down for a little bit and you'll see my hair when I am pulled back quite a bit like I am now. and it's like out to here. It's fun, I guess, once in a while to have big hair, but you know, it feels like you don't have any choices when you have hair like that. I was stunned when he did this to my hair. I got it cut in August. He put this in, and people asked me, did I get my hair straightened? I'm like, no. It just laid completely flat. My neighbor asked me that, since she sees me almost every day. And then somebody at a jewelry store asked me that, who I don't see her very often. It's not like I'm popping into the jewelry store every 6 weeks, you know what I mean? I hadn't seen her. I don't remember when the last time I've seen her. It may have been in the last year. Not that I'm buying jewelry every year, don't get me wrong. But once in a while a girl likes to go in and try things on. She said, what have you done to your hair? Your hair looks great. And it was this. This product you should not use every time you wash your hair. So if you're a normal person, I'm not, and you wash your hair maybe 3 times a week, you only use this once every 3rd shampoo. I asked my stylist about this. I said, look, I wash my hair every 5 to 7 days. And he said, you could probably use it every time. But I decided not to, because I do like the variety of, oh, my hair's just going to be really straight and, you know, flat. So sometimes it's like, and let's have my hair back to regular instead. For instance, I didn't use it in my last shampoo, which was about 2 days ago. And let's see if you can see what's going on here. I mean, if I brushed it, and I don't have a brush right here, I can get it a little more flat, but it kind of stays with you a while. Yeah, if I brushed it, I could get this really smooth looking, I think. But I did not use this the last time I blow dried it. What I did do, however, is the Olaplex Bond Smoother. But I thought, oh, I want to get my ends kind of flat. So I rubbed a teeny bit between my hands, and I started down here and then worked up. And it kind of, I think, wasn't the best approach. But this is also fabulous. He's used this on me as well, but I bought this more than a year ago. And I also love this. But if you want to compare, like, which one really brings down the frizz, the bigness, this one does, 100%. But this one, you know, my stylist used all 3 products on me. So, yeah. And the T3 blow dryer, which I didn't bother to bring in here, but I've been using that for several years. I know everybody's into the Dyson. I cannot bring myself to spend $500 on a blow dryer because I'm sane, you know. Interesting. When I bought that one, I thought, my God, I'm paying $200 for a blow dryer. That's kind of crazy. And it is, but I did get it on sale. And I have had no complaints my whole life before this. I've been using things you get at the drugstore. And I noticed that it is true. It took me far less time to dry my hair with the T3. When you have a lot of hair, that really matters. And I like it a lot. And that is going to wrap up my... Oh, one more thing. When we're talking about hair, this Aquas towel is probably 30 years old. Maybe more. It was given to me as a gift by Karen Voigt, if you know who that is. And Karen, which is weird, did she give this to me? I think she did. Yeah. And because, you know, I got a lot of hair. I've always had a lot of hair. And Karen Voigt is, and she was my instructor, my high-impact aerobics instructor. I used to go to her studio like 5 times a week. And she said, oh, you need this towel for your hair, since, you know, I was washing my hair more often. And I've had it ever since. But they sell Aquas towels, and they are genius. Once you do a towel like this, you will never want to put a regular towel on your head, because it literally doesn't soak up any water. You know, you put a regular towel on, it's really heavy on your head, one. So if you have a lot of hair, you have that weight of that towel pulling at your wet hair, which is very sensitive. It can break from that. This isn't heavy. It doesn't pull at your hair because it's not heavy. It's not like you have this tower. It's going like this, pulling your hair out. And this also takes a lot of the water, a lot of the moisture out of your hair. Where with a regular towel, you take that off and you're like, wow, my hair's still sopping wet. Yay, that was so effective. It doesn't dry your hair for you. I've seen some people say, oh, it's halfway dry now. I have not had that experience, but it's lovely. You only need one, I'm telling you. And I've had it forever. And now that, my friends, is it. Those are my recommendations for non-makeup items from Sephora during the sale. Things I think are worth having. Oh, wait a minute. All right, you guys, I have no idea when my camera stopped, so I'm going to do my last product again and hope. Otherwise, I'm going to just, bring this, put it back into my computer, and if I find I forgot something, I will shoot it tomorrow, and I'll just be wearing a different outfit, and I'll have different hair, and that's just the way it's going to be. So, the Way Heat Protectant Spray, it used to be called the Memory Mist, and it is the same formula, I've been told, just a different name. And so it protects your hair from heat, like curling irons, flat irons, and your blow dryer, right? But the reason it was called Memory Mist was I could use my blow dryer with my round brush and just get a nice little thing at the edges, a nice little fullness, blah, 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 blah. And I'd still have it the next day, which is unheard of for my hair, because my hair doesn't really hold a curl. I can blow dry my hair and I think, oh, looks nice, go in the living room, 20 minutes later, totally gone. It just doesn't hold anything. This helps it hold something, but the next day, it's holding too. Now, as you know, I use the hair stick a lot to put my hair up because I'm hot. And I find that when I take my hair down from the hair stick, I have a different kind of wave. It's like the wave the hair stick is giving me. So I just do this. Just twist my hair like so. Boom. Sometimes I'll twist all of it. Sometimes I'll leave this yank down. And like so. But if I, and yeah, it's a little messy. If I have put this on and I have a different kind of twist going on, I just go into the bathroom with my round brush and hit it for less than a minute. Just like, and I got that style back. I don't have to get anything wet. I don't have to start from scratch. So that is a really interesting product, the Heat Protectant Spray from Way. And my friends, that is it. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. I'm probably not going to do one for makeup because there's not much makeup. There's not much coming out right now. And yeah. But these are the things that I like for hair and I like for skin that I would recommend to you if you want to participate in the Sephora sale. Until we meet again, be safe, be smart, and I'm wishing you good health.